Hi, everyone. First Alert Meteorologist Scott Gagliardi here with your First Alert Weather Extra. This is a new service that we have. It's on WFSB Plus, and you can now find it anywhere. Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV. We're just bringing you more ways to get ahead of the weather, and we'll be streaming every day during the week from 8 a.m., once in the morning, and then once again at 9:30 p.m., giving you an in-depth look at the forecast. We have plenty going on in our forecast. We have some snow on the way, maybe near 40, and a couple First Alert weather days. Those are once again, they're back in the picture. We had a break for the next couple of days, the weekend, and to start next week, but there are changes beyond that. If you don't like the cold, you're not going to like the end of our First Alert forecast. It gets chilly once again. We're talking temperatures down near zero in terms of what it feels like. So yeah, a lot to get to because there's some snow on the way by tomorrow. Let's get right into it though. We're going to look outside first. This is Mystic. It's a beautiful morning. The wind speeds are much less, at least for the most part, compared to where they were yesterday, relatively speaking. There's a light breeze though. Let's take a look in Waterbury. Looks good. There's a couple clouds way out towards the north and west in the Litchfield Hills. Right now though in Waterbury, it's 25 degrees. Notice the breeze out of the north-northwest. At 15, it's gusting a bit higher than that. Even in New Haven, the flag on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, gusting and moving around in that northwest wind at 16, but it's freezing, 32 degrees. Hard to believe that's actually the warmest temperature in our state. Middletown, notice right along the banks of the Connecticut River there, we have some ice. It's tough to get it to really accumulate or accrete on the river there when it's as windy as it's been. So not seeing much, but some. It certainly is cold enough to have that ice out there. Same deal up through Hartford, looking at the Connecticut River, where it's 27 degrees. The breeze a bit lighter there out of the north at 6. Temperatures across the state. Notice, so New Haven, yeah, you are really the warmest temperature, 32. Everybody else in the 20s. Salisbury, a balmy 20. These are up temperatures anyway, anywhere from 2 to 6 degrees compared to where they were this time yesterday for most of us. So we're headed in the right direction, and that's where things will continue to stay through the weekend. And then even to start next week by Monday, looking at 40. So yeah, big changes there, but it's very short-lived. The wind speeds out there right now, they're still out of the north and west, so a cooler and drier wind direction. If you've needed to reapply the moisturizer and your chapstick, yeah, that's not going away anytime soon. Their static meter, as we called it, if you're moving around, you'll get shocked or be shocking things. Yeah, that's very high as well. Not only this time of year, but when we're this dry, that's something we can see. These winds out of the north and west bringing in that cooler, drier air will continue through the day today. We're looking at lighter winds later on, but right now, notice the gusts. They're much less than they were this time yesterday and not as widespread, looking at 20 to 25 miles per hour along the shoreline. But to the north, only, say, under 20. Not bad. Feels like temperatures, though, yeah, these still aren't very comfortable. Salisbury, I mean, you're 20, even with a light breeze, drops you right back down into the single digits in terms of a feels like temperature. So this is what you're dressing for. Single digits, teens, 20s in the Connecticut Valley, 20 in Hartford, feeling like 23 in Meriden. And we just looked at New Haven. Yeah, your thermometer might say 32, but dress for 21 degrees. Our First Alert Live radar, it's scanning the state dry, and that's the way things will stay through today and into most of the overnight, but changes come in by morning. Let's look at the wind speeds, though, because throughout the rest of the afternoon, notice how they lighten up by tonight. Calm to maybe 10, 15 miles per hour as a gust. The sustained wind's much lower than this. And by tonight, late tonight and tomorrow morning, yeah, that wind is basically gone. So nice changes there, but notice the wind direction, how it shifts around, especially along the shoreline to more of a south and southwesterly direction. This is all ahead of our next snowstorm. If you know what, can't even call it a storm. Our next tease of a few flakes. The big storm is much farther to the south. Behind the system, though, yeah, we'll get into a little of a breeze late Saturday, but it's not a big deal. Let's look and see where that storm is right now, because, man, is it getting its act together in the deep south. Not an area that you normally talk about when there's, snow going on, but all of Tennessee seeing snow up through the Midwest, and then areas like Atlanta, Georgia, Augusta, Birmingham, Alabama, northern Mississippi, snow and sleet. Though by the end of the day today, those states in the South, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, they will have more snow on the ground than we have here in Hartford or New Haven. Just unbelievable to think. And again, this time of year, you'd see a storm system in this area, and you'd think we'll get something besides a coating to maybe an inch. Yeah, it's not the case. This storm system heads out towards, say, the Virginias and due east, well south of Connecticut, by several hundred miles. We need it to be much closer than that to give us much. And it won't even be that system that actually is giving us the snow. It's going to be a little clipper system that's diving out of Canada. Temperatures across the eastern half of the U.S., it's cold, 52 degrees all the way in Miami and New Orleans, 40 in Jacksonville, 30, cold enough to snow in Atlanta. That's what they're seeing right now. Memphis, Tennessee, 30, 20s in Louisville, and 27 degrees in Wilmington, North Carolina, where they also will get some snow. They're in a winter storm warning. Much of the South, the Midwest, and the Mid-Atlantic seeing those winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories. The closest they come to Connecticut is western Pennsylvania. Now let's look at the cold blast that we're expecting once again next week. So for today, it certainly is chilly. We're looking at, say, 30s, obviously, to near 40. By Sunday, though, I mean, it will still be cold. That's one thing. I don't want you to think just because we're not in the deep blue shadings that it won't be chilly out there. But we'll be making a run at 40 by Sunday, and on Monday, it's beyond that, though. Notice the white shading up through the Great Lakes, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. That is teens and 20s, and it's back by late Tuesday night into Wednesday, though, especially. And on Thursday morning, throughout the day, we're talking windy, highs only in the 20s to near 30, overnight lows in the teens. Those wind chill values, once again, dangerously cold. So we've issued not one, but two first alert weather days. This is for next, Wednesday and Thursday. It's going to be cold and windy. Gusts, once again, up and over 40. Very similar to what we saw this week for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But next week, we're going to see it once again, at this point, looking like Wednesday and Thursday. Could have a few flurries either of those days, but that's by no means the primary concern. Our first alert futurecast for today, though, shows clouds increase, especially by the evening commute. No precipitation just yet. It really doesn't come until we're talking near the pre-dawn hours of Saturday. Here's 6 a.m., some light snow, all of this very light. The big system staying much farther to the south. But we'll get some of this light flurries and maybe light snow at times. Here's 8 a.m. through about the noon hour, keeping some snow around. It's, once again, it won't amount to much, but it will be similar to what we saw just the other day when we had that snow in the morning, mostly along the shoreline. We're looking at for everybody. So total accumulations, coating, maybe an inch in some of the highest elevations, but we're reaching, to say, we were talking about this yesterday, a coating to a half an inch or half of an inch to an inch. Either way, it's just logistics at that point. We're talking a light snow event, but be careful, leave extra time. Most accidents occur under 3 inches of snow, so just remember that when you're trying to get to where you're going early on your Saturday. Leave plenty of extra time and leave plenty of room in front of you and the car in front of you. Now, forecast highs today, notice those 30s to maybe near 40 in New Haven and Bridgeport. You're already 32, so yeah, I don't see why New Haven wouldn't reach 40 today. Everybody else makes a run at that by the end of the weekend. Tonight, temperatures chilly, seasonably cold, even a few degrees above where they should be. We should be 19 in the Hartford area. We're forecasting 26, increasing clouds, and then those snow showers by morning. Your first alert 7-day forecast shows for Saturday the snow showers in the morning, temperatures by the afternoon, 34 degrees. Sunday and Monday, perfect winter days, upper 30s, near 40, no wind, overnights in the low 20s. It's exactly where it should be. We'll be a bit above average, though, for the high. We should be closer to that 35. That's our average in the Hartford area. By Tuesday, the breeze returns, 34 degrees, so we're back down into our cooling trend. And then by Wednesday, Thursday, notice those teens overnight. First alert weather days, it's windy once again with high temperatures below freezing. So by then, that'll be another few days to bundle up. We don't see any big storms in the short term or long term. So if you're a snow lover, you're just going to have to wait a little bit longer. There is plenty of winter to go around, and we're not even halfway, not there yet. We'll get there, and we will see some snow. We'll get a storm or two, which is going to take some time. This is a very different pattern than the Connecticut that I remember, but we'll get there. And until then, check us out once again, like I mentioned here on WFSB Plus 8 o'clock in the morning, and once again at 9:30 at night. That's Monday through Friday right here on WFSB Plus. Tell your friends. Download the app on Roku. You get the Apple TV or Fire TV. Plenty of ways. No excuse not to get the forecast from us here at the First Alert Weather Center. That's your First Alert forecast, though. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and a fantastic weekend. And if you like the snow, enjoy tomorrow morning. Other than that, have a great day.